Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button down below. Also leave your opinions in the comment section below. The Presidential Campaign Council of Agege and Orile-Agege, under the banner of our All Progressive Congress on Tuesday, locked arms with the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Obasa, and his group over the result of the party's primaries ahead of the July 12 local government elections. The party's primary for all 20 local government areas and 37 local council department areas in respect of chairmanship and councillorship elections were held on Saturday, May 10, 2025, at the party's state secretariat, Ikeja. However, controversies and protests from aggrieved APC members in Lagos have continued to trail the process and result of the primaries. The PCC rallies hundreds of members at Blue Roof Agege, protesting the result of the Agege local government area and Orile-Agege LCDA at the primaries. The group's members were vested, held several placards and banners bearing inscriptions like Obasa Otoge, it means Obasa it's enough. Agege says no to Obasa oppression. Obasa owns the structure and the delegates. Therefore, there cannot be justice, and another evil 8 years of imposition, among others. They were protesting the result of the primaries that produced candidates for the Agege Orile-Agege councils. At Agege and Orile-Agege, Alhaji Tunde Aziz and Akinola Abiodun emerged as the chairmanship candidates respectively. While addressing the press, the spokesperson for the PCC, Adetunji Akinyemi, flanked by group's chairman Sabitu Kamarudin and several others, said they reject the results being circulated from the APC's local government primaries held on Saturday, May 10, 2025. These results are not only misleading but a gross misrepresentation of the democratic will of our party members in Agege and Orile-Agege. The outcome was not a reflection of due process, but a culmination of manipulation, exclusion, and abuse of party mercenary by entrenched interests who have hijacked the local political scene. While we, as committed members of the APC, acknowledge and respect the supremacy of party directives and structures, such deference must not be misconstrued as passive endorsement of tyranny or authoritarianism cloaked as leadership. They allege that political climate in Agege and Orile-Agege is uniquely troubling. For over a decade, a carefully orchestrated structure dominated by the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, retired Honorable Obasa, has monopolized power. He exercises unchecked control over local government executives and ward officers who by design form the voting delegation in primaries. This structure, driven by fear, patronage, and intimidation, has effectively disenfranchised independent voices and reform-minded aspirants within the party. The implication is clear. Any primary process steered under such influence cannot, by any objective measure, produce a fair or credible outcome. Numerous aspirants under our banner were denied the most basic rights of participation, nomination, forms were withheld, endorsements were refused, and in many cases, threats and coercion were deployed to suppress their ambitions. They called on the leadership of the party, especially the Lagos State APC chairman, Collinius Ojelabi, the National Working Committee, Board of Trustees, and other well-meaning stakeholders to intervene. What we reject, firmly and finally, is the use of party structures to enforce one man's selfish agenda and long-term positioning for governorship ambition, he added. In a reaction, a pro-Obasa APC group in Agege faulted the imposition claim regarding themselves as the leaders of the APC in Agege and Orile-Agege. They pushed back at the claims that chairmanship and councillorship candidates in the areas were imposed. They made this known in a communique issued on Tuesday, signed by Obasa, the lawmaker representing Agege 2 in the State House of Assembly, Alhaji Jubril Karim, House of Representatives member, Dr. Wale Ahmed, Special Advisor to the Governor, Afolabi Tajuddin, the Commissioner for Establishment and Training, Afolabi Ayantayo, APC Apex leader, Alhaji Saraf Safari Adaranijo, the first executive chairman, Agege LGA, Alhaji Owolabi. Others are the chairman, Agege Local Government Area, Chief Ganiu Egunjobi, and chairman, Orile-Agege LCDA, Johnson Babatunde, among others. As far as we are concerned, the primary elections were free and fair, and suggestions by some elements that the candidates that emerged were imposed on them are misleading. Those making these false claims are sore losers and for years ostracized themselves from the APC and our communities, they said. It's the general knowledge that the leadership of a party in the states, in their wisdom, adopted consensus or delegates voting for the primaries with party local government executives as the voters. In Agege and Orile-Agege, executive members were constituted about 4 years ago when the aforementioned persons distanced themselves from the party in both council areas and its activities, as well as stayed away from our dear communities. In that context, it's only people with limited education and obscurity of positions that would consider themselves as contenders and not pretenders in the just concluded primaries, the communique added. Meanwhile, protests also rocked the Sanwo-Olu, South Mainland Bridge, and Agege areas of Lagos on Tuesday, as APC members dissatisfied with the result of the primaries continued to voice their opposition. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Before we go, let's take a look at a couple of reactions online. Tony Obi says, "This Obasa na wa." If you know politics very well, you would know that Obasa, Mudashiru Obasa, the Speaker of Lagos State Assembly, is only laying the foundation for his emergence as governor come 2027. That is it. If you know politics well, you will know that politics starts from the grassroots. When I say from the grassroots, I mean from the ward level to the local government level to the LCDA before the state level. So all he's trying to do is to make sure that his people who are loyal to him, are in these different positions so that he already has the structure. That when it's time for the governorship election, he will win, because these people would automatically want to win their ward. They want to win their local government for Mudashiru Obasa. So he's only laying the foundation. He's only, when you say people are after structure, the grassroots is what they call structure, which is what Wike was trying to do in Rivers State because he has a presidential ambition. I could say that Sanwo-Olu is not even giving an attempt, is not even concerned with, the structure in Lagos State, maybe because he's into his second term in office and probably he does not have any other ambition after the governorship ambition. But Mudashiru Obasa knows that he still has a governorship ambition on mind, which is why he wants to make sure that his loyal supporters are occupying all of his grassroots positions so that he can win come governorship election. He's already doing the work. That is what he's doing, imposing people into all of his various positions, which is why people are now protesting. Let's have your total opinions in the comment section. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.